Yeah, that's not spoiler at all.
Ooh, so many Lokis.
Should have used the meme.
Hey, you dorks, this is Gunnar Hansen, Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you are listening to The Dorkening.
Hi, I'm Brian Johnson, and although you probably accidentally stumbled across it and have no idea why you're watching it, you are in fact watching The Dorkening.
Hello, this is Tom Kenny, voice actor, the voice of the Ice King on Adventure Time, and SpongeBob SquarePants. Meow. Oh, Gary the Snail, too. Hey, guess what you're filling your eye holes and ear holes with? The Dorkening! Oh, I love the Dorkening. Very popular in Ooh. And Bikini Bottom.
Hi, I'm Lou Ferrigno. You're watching The Dorkening. And you know what? You don't like me when I get angry, so don't get me angry. You better keep watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, this is Felissa Rose, and you're watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, it's Courtney Palm. We're shooting Death House, and you're watching The Dorkening.
This is Anthony Michael Hall, and you're watching The Dorkening. Stay tuned, my friend's going to show you what entertainment's all about, baby.
The Dorkening.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
no lightning can contain us. I just the last couple minutes I've been freaking out because I thought we weren't going to be able to do a show. We had a big lightning strike, and everything went black, and I'm like, oh shit! And then I looked, the hallway lights on, and I have those UPSs to save you from lightning strikes, and mine got zapped. So, yeah, I had to quickly find places to plug things in to get us up and running. But my name's Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard and the guy that finds all the cables. And as always, powerful Brandon, how's it going?
I am very, very warm, but also very, very happy that I have not lost power because I am also dealing with a whole lot of thunderstorms right now.
Oh, yeah, it's going through. Well, you're up in Mass, and we're over in Connecticut here. And Steven's a couple minutes away from me.
More like 5 or 10 miles, but yeah. You and me, Leo, were more nervous because right down a stretch of road. It's like if lightning hits you, it'll hit me. So it's like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I looked at the storms, and Brandon, you got some crazy ones heading your way.
Oh yeah, I know. It's shocking the amount of lightning that's on its way here, guys.
Jesus Christ.
Tim, you getting any storms?
Yeah, we had one earlier. I don't know where it went, but it's good that it's not here. So I think we're good now.
Awesome. Well, before we get things going, we have somebody that we're going to be playing an ad here for Terrificon.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we absolutely love Mitch and his con here. But I'm going to let's see if I can do this full screen so that we can play here. I just love this ad. This is a blast.
Meanwhile, near Terrificon.
I think it's safe to take off the mask.
After you. I insist.
Whoa. I think we're all a little tired of masks. But you know who's not? Cosplayers. They love coming to Terrificon, Connecticut's #1 Comic-Con. There's costume contests. You can meet your favorite TV and movie stars. There's comic book creators. Plus, you could shop for all types of cool stuff and memorabilia.
Sounds like fun.
How would you know?
But if I go, who's going to water my plants?
Hey, bring them along. You know kids under 7 get in free at Terrificon?
It must be nice to do things with your family.
Careful. All men have guns.
Let's not stand on ceremony here, Mr.
Wayne? Bruce Wayne? Mr. Wayne? From Gotham City?
Just give out his government.
Visit Terrificon.com for all your Terrificon needs.
Looks like I'm next, since Mr. Wayne isn't here.
I know who Bruce Wayne is. He's the Incredible Hulk.
Right.
So Terrificon coming to Mohegan Sun, and Tim, you're going to be there, right?
I am. I'm going to be very excited to be there. Actually, I'm going to be right in the creators section. So, looking forward to it.
Yeah, and you're also going to be at New England Comic-Con this weekend, right?
Yeah, going to be at Northeast Comic-Con this weekend, July 2nd through the 4th. And very excited about that first Comic-Con of the season, and I'm just loving it that the Comic-Cons are back.
Totally. You also got your new book, right?
I do have my new book. Would you like to see it?
I would love to see it.
I just happen to have one right here. This just came out like this week. You can see it. It's kind of reflecting. Let's see, that's better.
Nice.
It's called The Gang's All Here. And what I do is I normally put out a compilation just about every year for the past year's comic strips that were published. And but couldn't last year because COVID. So very excited that I was able to put together another one and show you maybe a couple of pages in here. You can see this time we put 2 strips to a page, which is different for me, just to tell you something boring about it. And so I'm very happy to report that it came together very well. And what I'm most fun about it is, if anybody's familiar with the strip, Aesop has a pet cloud named Ominous, and I decided to do a section just with the strips that involve Ominous and his fun adventures with Aesop. So that was a lot of fun to do. So you can, if you'd like one, you can let me know. You can message me on Facebook or whatever. Go to the website and you can contact me through there. Let me know you'd like to get one. And or I might be on the street corner with them inside my my jacket, and I can sell them off the back of the truck too. So whatever works.
Awesome.
I'm not desperate.
If I make it up to Northeast, I will definitely buy one from you there. If not, if I order one directly from you, would you sign it before you send it?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
You know it.
Cool beans. Well, either way, I'm going to get one from you because I love your comics, and I love everything you do.
Same. Oh, thank you very much. Wait till you see me dance.
There was speaking of dance, there was really no dancing with Loki. It was a somber episode, but I think the best one yet. Has everybody here seen it?
I saw watched the episode this afternoon as soon as I walked in the door.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Yes, I've also seen it.
Okay, so we can talk spoilers. So everybody watching right now, we apologize, but you should be watching it a lot sooner because.
How did you end up here? Like, I mean, if it's your first time, sure, but I mean, just looking at the title card and the name of the episode, I mean, use some context clues. At this point, listener/viewer, it's on you. All right.
I mean, Leo, you could have used the meme I sent you today. And that could have thrown people off.
It's spoilery. I mean, I wanted to go full spoilers, so it's because we got to talk about this episode because remember way back when the first episode came out, and I said it has a Wizard of Oz feel.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. As soon as I saw that, I was like, all right, so is that where the Great and Terrible Humbug is hanging out? Like right behind that.
And Facebook user, let us know who you are. It may be Rich, but I can't see.
Wow, that was like a totally rhetorical question. But if you don't know, fucking find an adult right now.
Okay, so as when we last left Loki and Sylvie, they were on a planet about to die. And they caused some chemistry between themselves, which is a little awkward.
Not for Loki.
No.
They were going to lock. I thought they were going to lock horns like any minute. You know?
He's just bringing masturbation to like a whole new level. Like,
oh, well.
Nobody does it better than Loki. Like, he was out to prove a point.
There's nothing like mischievous sex. So.
Yeah, but I mean, that was like less mischievous and more Stone Mountain, Georgia. You're just like,
yeah.
Why cross the street when you can cross the hallway?
Hey, Matt, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, so their chemistry caused a Nexus event, and the TVA was able to find them and scooped them away, and then just craziness happened.
I was getting a lot of Winter Soldier vibes from this. You remember how Winter Soldier turned into like a big cover-up type of thing? That was kind of like a big thing I was getting from this. How the TVA was trying to cover up everyone being variants, and how in Winter Soldier, S.H.I.E.L.D. was covering up the whole Hydra thing. That was kind of like the vibe I was getting from this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like a. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was going to ask, what did you guys get out of it?
I mean, it's clear to me that the narrative that they've put forth using like Miss Minutes and the judges and then the soldiers or whatever you want to call them, hunters.
Yeah.
It's clear. I mean, that's what that is. Full blown. It's a narrative, even within the context of the story. And it's just a facade because somebody else is, doing the whole marionette thing. And Renslayer, I thought was more in on it, but there's a chance that she may very well have thought that those were the timekeepers straight up. It's very possible.
Yeah.
But I still think that it's going to boil down to it being Kang or Immortus, whatever moniker he goes by.
Yeah, it's so obviously we find out that timekeepers are androids, and when Loki, or was it Sylvie, decapitates the main one,
Sylvie.
Yes, they start falling down, but they're laughing at the same time. So it's definitely somebody, obviously it's somebody at the controls.
Yeah. A dickhead, probably. I mean, that seems to be the most likely scenario.
My money's on Kang.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just. I mean, if you're doing all kinds of stuff about time, and you are planning at some point in the relatively near future to include the Fantastic Four in your cinematic universe, I mean, yeah, let's get Kang in there. Let's do some shit.
I was totally waiting to see Toto run around out from behind the curtain there or something. Completely. Also, I'm hoping that they come out with one of those big cigarettes, that the lit cigarettes that the hunters have. I want one of those. I mean, come on.
The lit cigarettes.
How do they put them out? They just put them out on the floor and just kind of... Is that what smoking people do?
They must.
I see this show in a whole different light.
You're on another level, man.
Okay, so the Wizard of Oz theme, I just wanted to point out also, the Wizard of Oz, obviously the yellow brick road to get to...
Let me in. I'm a variant of Loki. A variant of Loki? Well, why didn't you say so? That's a horse of a different color. Come on in. I'd be giving my left fucking nut for that to happen.
It still might. But in order to get to the great and wonderful Wizard of Oz, you had to follow the yellow brick road, and here to get to the timekeepers, you had to take the yellow gold elevator.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I did not put that.
I thought it was hysterical. He just had to take an elevator to get to the timekeeper. They didn't even show what floor it was. It was obviously the penthouse. So
it's just like a cosmic elevator. No, man, it's just an elevator. Just go to the top floor, and that's the timekeepers. Oh yeah, no, cool. That's definitely just as cool. All right, thanks.
There's got to be more to it than them just being androids. Like you said, Leo, there's someone controlling them.
Yeah.
It's got to be. They can't just leave it at that.
Well, we have 2 more episodes to go, and so here's my prediction. I know everybody's saying Kang. But I'm gonna say that it's something we're not seeing, and I think they purposely leaked Kang to throw us off the track. Same thing with Doctor Strange and Mephisto for WandaVision.
Yeah.
I want to say that.
So what you're saying is this time it's actually Mephisto. Excellent. Mephisto confirmed, everyone.
What if? Now hear me out. What if I'm forgetting his name. Owen Wilson's character.
Mobius.
Mobius.
Wow.
So what if?
Wow. Sorry. That's
My nose.
That's the extent of my impression of him, by the way. I don't get it any further than wow. His brother is just a little different. Luke, he's just like, wow. Like it's subtle, but
I'm surprised he didn't say that after getting vaporized.
Oh, that would have been too awesome. But what if it's him? And like the variant of him is the analyst, and she keeps on bringing variants of him. Like they keep on getting zapped. They keep on finding out something. They keep on getting zapped. And then the main guy is the main Mobius.
I mean that thought occurred to me during this episode, but I'm not 100% on that at all. Like not even close. I'm like maybe 15 to 17%. I'm like, yeah, that's a possibility. I just think there's probably other likely stuff because this is such a great opportunity to introduce other stuff. And I mean, with announcing, I can never remember the actor's name. The guy supposedly playing Kang from Lovecraft Country. Jesus Christ! Isn't it like Jonathan something?
David Hasselhoff.
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors, thank you.
Yep.
I mean, they announced that he's been cast, you know?
And one of the statues looks like him.
Yeah. I just feel like, sometimes things can be straightforward. And that, in and of itself, is enough to fuck with everybody because we keep expecting it to zig and zag, and it's just going in a straight line. That would be a subversion in and of itself. Like, take that, suckers! What? A straightforward story? Fuck you! No way! Since when?
I want to know what happened with the timeline when it got bombed. How did they fix that? I mean, or did they just say fuck it and they're only saying it was fixed?
Yeah, I mean, they haven't been too clear on what it is that fixes it when they get the variant out of there.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly those charges do something, but what? I have no freaking clue. None whatsoever. It just, I don't know, it almost seems to like freeze time on that branch or whatever, so nothing proceeds. That's kind of what I thought what happened in the very first episode when they took Loki. That's what stops it from continuing on.
Yeah.
So you just kind of like nip it in the bud.
Well, it seems that going by the end when Loki got zapped and then he woke up on that alternate Earth in New York where obviously Avengers failed and all the other Lokis. Maybe when they get zapped, maybe they go to a alternate timeline.
Maybe, I don't know. So that was what four versions of Loki that he came upon in that alternate reality.
Yeah, one was a
one's a Loki dial, or
yeah,
Loki Gator. I don't know what the fuck you would.
Was that a lizard?
Yeah.
And,
I love that is
the horny lizard.
Yeah, I love that it has the horns.
Yeah, and then like it looks like Loki with it looks like a wrench that's jammed into like the bottom of that to make a hammer, but I mean green and gold's like Thor Loki, and then Richard E. Grant is like old ass comic book accurate Loki.
Yeah,
he's got a merce.
Kid Loki right there looking an awful lot like Patrick Fugit right before he hit his growth spurt and almost famous.
Could this be Loki with a version of Mjolnir?
Maybe.
Possibly.
I mean, it looks so different from Mjolnir, though.
Yeah.
I think that's for mashed potatoes.
And old Loki, this is very similar to Agent Loki that we read on Splash Pages a couple weeks ago.
I almost see the it's almost, it's just me, but see the multiverse coming into play. You know what I mean? Because Loki all of a sudden winds up somewhere else. It's almost like if there's a multiverse in the timeline, it all seems to be, ways to get somewhere else and something else to happen, and that kind of thing. So I don't know. It's they keep you guessing, you know.
Well, if we think about it, we know this is going to branch into Spider-Man and
branch into it. Get it, guys? Because Loki in the timeline with the branches. I'll stop now.
So Spider-Man, we know we're going to get, multiple Spider-Man in the same movie.
Because we've never seen that before in an animated movie or anything.
Yeah, but but with them being not in their right universe, they got phased out, or they were phasing out. So there was an issue with them staying in that universe. This here, it seems like those Lokis are fine. How long have they been in that same universe together?
Well, they said that if you want to live, he's got to go with them.
Yeah.
So I want to know what that means. Like, are they all going to McDonald's or something?
Shawarma is still around.
Shawarma, that's right. Yeah.
Come with me to this McDonald's if you want to live, or words that no human being has ever said.
Yep.
Not in a million years.
Gonna go get a Happy Meal. Yep.
Yeah, I can really feel my artery clog. I feel the happiness tingling all through me, especially right down my left arm. Can someone call a doctor? Just sweet and sour sauce for the nuggets.
Sweet sour, honey mustard, or honey?
I said what I said. I stand by it, man.
Actually, this universe has Szechuan sauce.
Oh, man.
There you go.
Sweet deal. I wanted to try that so badly. I did try the BTS thing that they just did recently for that K-pop band. BTS? I don't fucking know. I'm too old for that business, but I only tried
it because... try the Szechuan sauce. It was, yeah.
Yeah, you said it wasn't that great. Szechuan. I want that Mulan McNugget sauce, Morty. I want it. It's my whole character arc.
It wasn't all it's cracked up to be.
So BTS, what was? And
they're like
totally
a
on
K-pop,
topic,
sorry, just real quick. They're like a K-pop band, like Korean pop band. I only know about it because a friend of mine's daughter is like super into it, and she was asking about these BTS meals at McDonald's if anyone knew if the McDonald's around them was doing it. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I'm a fat guy, but I'm not that familiar with what the McDonald's around me are doing. I'll keep my eyes peeled. And I drove through and I was like, oh, that's the BTS meal. And I was like, oh, it's like a medium fry with a medium Coke and a 10-piece chicken McNugget. I'm like, in particular sauces. One was like a sweet chili sauce, and I can't remember what the other one was. But I got it because, McNuggets, fuck it, And I tried them both, and they were definitely things I dipped my McNuggets into. That was about it. It wasn't anything great. McNuggets is not a code for anything. I legitimately mean the food item for any dickheads out there.
So there's a meal that is BTS.
Yeah, BTS. They just named it after the band for a limited time, and it's basically just like a number, what number 10 or whatever it is. Like,
I just figured it stood for bacon, tomato, and shit. I waited till he took a sip out of the water on that one.
Fucking A, man, that was good.
I haven't had McDonald's in over 2 years for reasons.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I get it because like I just had McDonald's recently for reasons. So there's reasons they'll get you either way every time.
It's amazing. See how that went off on another timeline right there? See that? Somewhere in the timeline, there's a McDonald's, no matter how you know. Okay.
Or there could, you know what? I'd become addicted to Jersey Mike's since we're on fast food topics. There's a Jersey Mike's like half a mile away from me, and I swear they must know me by name now. See, because I installed the app and I got it signed up to Apple Pay, so I just got to click a button and then double click my power, and there we go. It's ready in 15 minutes.
Wonderful.
So that's a sub shop. Is that what that is?
Yeah, but it's not fake meat like some sub places this year, like they actually slice it in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
So
So why is it Jersey Mike's? Maybe they didn't want to say Mike's Jersey. That'd be kind of
might be.
I am just like a guy from Jersey named Mike. I mean, his name might be Bob. Just throw everybody off the fucking trail. I don't know.
I don't know, but it's really good though. It's
okay.
I highly recommend.
I have had Jersey Mike's before. It is good stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Loki.
The Loki burger.
Yeah. So where do we? Well, I know it's hard to say where it's going to go, but we only have 2 more episodes to go, and then we're going to get that Loki Simpsons crossover.
Finally.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't really know. Like. I just kind of saw that like flash before my eyes real quick. Yeah. What the hell is going on with that?
Actually, that's putting 2 and 2 together. 2 episodes left. We have 1 episode next week.
Yep.
And then the last episode the following week. And that's going to come out the same day, I believe, as the Loki season finale. So
yeah. So yeah, I mean, they did a Star Wars Simpsons crossover, so might as well have a Loki Simpsons crossover.
Yeah, hopefully this one's better than the Star Wars one.
Oh yeah, that was it was funny, but it could have been a hell of a lot better. Tim, did you see it?
No, but I saw the Family Guy Star Wars.
Yeah.
Spoof, and that was really well done.
Yeah, those are fun.
I thought.
Yeah, those are a lot of fun.
Oh, totally. Yeah. No, for Disney Plus they did a special. It's like not even 10 minutes. It's Maggie. It's like a Maggie special. That's all Star Wars related. So it's
as if there isn't a couple of those already.
Yeah. So I know we mentioned Szechuan sauce. Did anybody watch the second episode of Rick and Morty?
Yes.
Yeah,
I did.
Tim, you're not into it?
I haven't watched Rick and Morty.
What?
I think I've seen like 2 episodes, and I can't get on the TV in my house. We have one TV. We're the family that has a TV on all the time, even when we're not home, so the dog can watch it. Just put on Animal Planet and he's happy.
Oh, nice.
And but I have to sit through all the counting ons and anything on TLC, and everything that I have to get up like early Sunday morning and just watch as much as I can. Or when I'm riding my exercise bike, I have my iPad and I'm watching the DC section on HBO Max, and I'm watching whatever. Like, I just watched the Super Friends, one of the first episodes, and God, that was painful.
Yeah, I was watching that today myself.
Were you?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
This was before San and Jaina. This was Wonder Dog and the girl and the guy that were always getting in trouble.
Marvin? Is it Marvin?
Marvin and
I can't remember the girl's name. But yeah, I think it was Marvin was that doofus's name, if I'm not mistaken.
But it's just fun. It's fun animation to watch in the early days.
Yeah.
When we were kids, it was great. It just didn't matter. But
did you have a chance to watch the new Long Halloween?
No. Where is that available? Is that just on Blu-ray?
It's on Blu-ray. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just part 1 out though, right?
Yep, just part 1.
Okay. No.
And
to answer your question, no.
It might also be available something that begins with a P.
Okay. That.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, what's happening?
I haven't used that, unfortunately, in a long time because I can't get on the goddamn TV. So I'll have to try it on my iPad and hide in the bathroom.
There you
You
go.
know.
Tim, everything all right in there?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, sure. There's a joke there somewhere. I just can't find it right now.
Your family starts giving you prunes for breakfast.
Yeah. God. Why have I been in here for a month? Yeah. Holy shit. I've only flushed 5 times. Come on. Jesus. The plunger's broken in half. You know.
Okay. Well,
how is it that the toilets in Australia go the other way?
It's because
I'm just going off on a limb. Seriously.
The
toilets in Australia flush the other way.
It's because of the polarity beyond that portion of the equator.
Yeah, it's
Australia versus Bart Simpson.
But if you point the jets in, no, never mind.
But if you're talking, you're talking about forcing it to go into a direction. You can do that. But
yes,
letting it just happen naturally, like let gravity do its work, then yeah, it's gonna go kind of clockwise the way it does because of Australia's position on the globe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that means that car tires would go the other way.
well, not exactly, because you're still talking about forcing it to go in a particular direction, which you can do. Now, maybe if you just let the tire go willy-nilly, I guess it might go counterclockwise, but
I don't get it. You know, helicopters, that would fuck it up.
Well, helicopters technically shouldn't fly as it is. It's a fucking mystery of science. Those things are insane. Yes. Some people call them helicopters, but seriously, just like almost certain death would be a better title. Fuck that.
So it's called the Coriolis effect.
Ooh, I had that once.
I thought the Coriolis effect was
it's
like
awfully
was the
itchy.
sound thing.
I scratched for like a week.
It's like if you see somebody like hammering a huge spike into the ground from like 100 yards away, you'll see them hit it, but then you'll hear it a half second after that. So it just seems like it's like not timed directly with it. I thought, isn't that like is that the Doppler effect? Am I confusing with the Doppler effect? Sorry, guys. I'll stop.
Wait a minute. Coriolis, isn't that the thing between the back of your balls and your butthole? The Coriolis. Isn't that what that is?
It might.
Perineum. The perineum. I gotta Google.
This is what happens after 9 o'clock. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh no,
this is great.
So I was just gonna say with Rick and Morty, if anybody if for those of you that have watched it, they have a very rabid fan base. There's a fan base that is like, okay, because we saw so and so in this scene, does that mean they're trying to make sense of it? And every time they try to make sense of it, the creators of the show just say, "Hey, fuck you."
Yeah, which is good though.
Which is wonderful.
It's awesome, and they totally did it this episode. And it's like, Brandon, what did you think of it?
I thought it was great. I think the best way to look at the episode is to just view it as a Russian doll.
Yeah.
It's just a thing inside of a thing inside of a thing. I don't want to get too much. I'm not trying. I mean, I don't know if we're trying to spoil Rick and Morty at this point, but with all the different versions of everybody that you're seeing, of course they were baiting everyone to be like, all right, try to figure out which the real one is. Go ahead, do it.
Yeah.
I think we have faith in you. Go ahead. And then at the very end of the episode, they were like, wrong.
Yeah.
All of you, 100%, 100,000% wrong. I also am not sure how percentages work.
Who is which? Forgive me. Which one's Rick and which one's Morty?
Rick is the one that looks like a Doc Brown from Back to the Future knockoff.
Oh, The professor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And
And
then
Morty's the other
Morty
one.
is the other one. The teenager is supposed to be like Marty.
All right.
Yeah. And the after credit scene with Jerry, oh my god, that was hilarious.
Fucking
I gotta
internal.
watch it now.
Oh god.
Yeah, he's and they're playing the Highlander theme.
I lost my shit. The second I heard the beginning of the song with the synth, I was just like, fuck you, dude. No way. You know that's not even Freddie Mercury who sings that one, right?
No.
That's Brian May.
Really?
Brian May is the one who sings Who Wants to Live Forever.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. But at the end is like,
well, now you got me second guessing it.
again?
Shit.
You just had Cowboys, Christianity.
You're going backwards, and this is the worst thing that's ever happened to anyone. They're gonna get some letters. They're gonna get some letters.
So Tim, one of the characters was created as like a wooden doll, so he can't die, and he polished himself with wood wax, and then he goes into the river. Then he gets like taken by beavers, and the beavers like make a home out of him, and he can't die. He's just witnessing the beavers, and then he falls asleep and wakes up, and it's like the earth is destroyed, and they're digging him out, and he just keeps on waking up at different points in history. And the final one was him being like nailed onto a cross, like watching like Christianity be born again, and it's just it's whacked out, but it's hilarious.
Wow. Yeah, they get pretty creative.
Yeah.
With that, like I said, I've seen it a couple times because I was forced to watch it, but I'm glad I saw it. I thought it was funny. I don't remember the episode that I saw, but or episodes that I saw, but one of these days when I can sneak in to watch the TV, I will watch it.
I think you'll
It's
enjoy
definitely
it.
something worth checking out, Tim.
Yeah.
Quick fact check. I was incorrect. Brian May did not sing Who Wants to Live Forever. However, he was the sole songwriter. He wrote the song all by himself, and then it was performed by Queen. So sorry about that, guys.
Oh, no worries. You were just you just made me question reality because I was a big Highlander fan, and I like listened to that. Well, I still am. But
For the record, Brian May is talented.
He's also an astrophysicist.
Huh?
He's also an astrophysicist.
Yeah. He's an astrophysicist. He does stuff other than Queen. He did a song with Foo Fighters covering Pink Floyd's Have a Cigar on the Mission Impossible 2 soundtrack. So,
cool.
Yeah, those guys get around.
Yeah. So obviously, Rick and Morty, Loki. What else you guys got? What else happened in the Dorkosphere? Tim's book. Actually, if anybody's interested, I got all Tim's information in the show notes up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. Or head on over to Northeast Comic Con this weekend, or Terrificon in just a handful of weeks.
Yeah, Northeast Comic Con's up in Boxborough, Mass. at the Regency.
Yeah, that's always fun to go to.
I think I saw you, Leo, there not too long ago.
Yep.
Well, the last time I was there, which was 2019, was when the last Comic Cons were around.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. I just saw that he, just Friday only, the guy that played Eddie Munster.
Yes.
Is going to be there.
Butch Patrick.
Is that who it is? Butch Patrick? Yeah. And I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's just coming on Friday, but
he has another event with Bill Diamond, actually, where they're going to have the Monster Mobile.
Ooh.
That thing is awesome.
Yeah. So, Bill Diamond has something going on this weekend. And, he said in the last show we just did, because Bill was there. And, Butch Patrick is going to be at the location with the Monster Mobile.
Oh, so you won't have it with him on Friday?
Unless, it's the Monster Mobile, so they can drive it.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's still drivable.
A lot of mileage on that bad boy.
I'm gonna have him take me to Jersey Mike's. How's that?
There we go. Yeah.
Wonderful callback.
Yes. Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope to see everybody prepare. There's going to be hugs. I don't care. I'm a hugger, and there'll be hugs. So we can finally do that. So
that's good.
Well, I will have hand sanitizer though, just in case.
So you can take people can take a bath with hands.
Sure. Szechuan sauce would be fine.
Oh, nice.
Another callback, Brandon.
I love it. I love it.
Well, I mean, since it's McDonald's, they'll just, Szechuan sauce will just burn away to COVID. So.
I covered myself in McDonald's Szechuan sauce. Yeah, and now I have cancer. But what do you think was going to happen?
The new index, people.
Wow.
A equals A. We all knew that was going to happen. Why does everyone look surprised?
Just once I wanted to drive through the McDonald's drive-through and they say, "Would you like fries with that?" Let's see what happens. Just once.
My favorite is just like, can I have a couple packs of ketchup? And they're like, oh yeah, sure. And they give you like one pack of ketchup for a large fry. I'm like, what is this coming out of your personal fucking stash? You can see I'm a fucking human adult, right? Give me like 4 more of those fucking things right now. Like, oh, I can give you 2. What is this? I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was dealing with Monty Hall, and this is Let's Make a Deal.
Super customer. That's it. That's all you get.
Yeah, I mean, they do an upcharge on sauces now, and also there's a sauce shortage for Chick-fil-A.
There's a shortage on everything. Just in the chat, I'm glad I caught you guys. This is Kimberly. I missed the Dorkening crew. We miss you too, Kimberly.
Hey, Kimberly.
I went to Starbucks the other day, and for a treat, every now and then I'll get a chai, like iced chai. Oh my god, it's so friggin' good. But I went through the drive-through, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we're out of chai, and there's a chance we're not going to have any till the end of summer." Like, what?
Oh.
There's a global shortage of chai for some reason.
Well,
wow.
if at first you don't succeed, try again.
I had to take out a second mortgage just to get a coffee from Starbucks. For God's sakes, damn expensive.
Yeah.
Hello, Starbucks. Yes, give me one of your finest milkshakes. We make coffee here. Oh, no. I've seen what's in your cups. I beg to differ.
Drink your milkshake.
Give me that milkshake there. That's coffee with ice. With the whipped cream and sauce on it. That's a milkshake.
That's right.
One thing they have started doing though is when we get a pup cup from them, or a puppuccino.
Oh yeah, we gave my dog one of that. Yeah. Diarrhea for a week. It's okay.
No. We're talking about the stuff for the dogs, not what happens.
And then we gave one to my dog. Jesus Christ! And I ate it. I just ate it at the same time as him. And you know what? The tongue works. So.
Holy shit! We went totally off topic, and I'm sorry.
We did.
It was fun.
It is. Yeah.
It's okay. And I'm still here. So
yeah. So Rick and Morty, man, that was a fucking bonkers ass episode. And if you haven't seen it, go see it.
What season is it? Season 2?
Season 5 right now.
5.
Oh, there's 5.
Yeah. But if you have it, I believe it's on the Adult Swim.
I'm gonna buy my own TV
on HBO Max. So if you have HBO Max, like you were saying, you watch the DC section. You can catch up on Rick and Morty.
Oh, it's on there.
Section.
Oh, so now I have to ride my bike even longer.
Oh no, I'm so sorry that we forced you to be healthier. The fat guy said.
Do they have exercise for mental health? Because
yes, it's called therapy.
Oh, is it therapy?
Oh, yeah. Jesus. And for some of us, it's called therapy and heavy drugs. Not me, but some of us.
So there was some Superman news.
Super.
Yeah. So first off, Allison Mack from Smallville was sentenced to 3 years in prison for her role in the sex cult.
I'm so glad you classified this as Superman news.
Yeah, I mean,
she played Chloe Sullivan in Smallville on the CW. Yeah,
it's Superman related. But the other thing, Brandon, you posted something about the talk of evil Superman.
Oh my fucking god, it was marvelous. So Grant Morrison, who quite a famous comic book writer, he also has written arguably one of the best Superman stories ever put to paper, and that is All-Star Superman. Like, he just distilled so much from the different eras of Superman. It was impressive. If you haven't read that, if you are into comics, don't see the animated movie that DC did. It's good, but it doesn't hold a fucking candle to the book. It's incredible. It's written by Grant Morrison and illustrated by Frank Quitely. It's outstanding.
Yeah.
But he basically went through and said, evil Superman is kind of a, it's. I'm trying to think. I don't have it in front of me, so like I can't remember the exact quote. But here it is. I'm pulling it up. The idea that Superman would react to the death of Lois Lane by becoming a tyrant is ridiculous. My mom and dad died, and I didn't become a tyrant. If I can handle it, Superman can handle it. And boy, oh boy, did a lot of fucking dorks up there who have a hard on for evil Superman get really, really mad. I did not like that. Their whole thing was like, oh yeah, well, I didn't realize that Grant Morrison had the abilities that Superman does, and he keeps them at bay, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wow, you brought a really reasonable point to this argument, stupid. And basically, one of the things I said, and I said it in the Powers Combined group that I run, but I actually said it several other places because I love fucking with idiots. And what I said was this. I'm going to read it verbatim. What most people who are enamored with the whole evil Superman idea, miss the point of Superman. They are focused on the idea of what would it be like if someone had that kind of power. The major conceit of the Superman story and character is not that. It is, what would it be like if a good person had that kind of power? Clark Kent is a pretty smart and well-adjusted guy, thanks to Martha and Jonathan Kent.
Yep.
It's truly silly to think that he's a hair's breadth away from snapping like a twig and slapping the planet down. That's the thing that gets me about all these evil Superman stories and what have you that we've been seeing a proliferation of in the first 2 decades of this century. And it's ridiculous because it all comes from this place of Superman always just feeling like put upon, and there's just like this one thing that finally makes him like snap and crack or whatever. And that's so antithesis to who the character is that every person who I've ever seen like really attack a story like that, like full bore and put that out there for people to gobble up, I feel like the people who are writing it have a much clearer idea of what they're actually doing. Like, oh, listen, this is more just like a, fucking goofy ass, no way this would ever happen story. And then so many other people glom onto it that it just becomes like the Bible truth to them for the character. And it's not aided by things like the popularity of the video game Injustice, but moreover, people like Zack Snyder alluding to this same type of Superman at the end of Zack Snyder's Justice League cut on HBO Max with the nightmare sequence. I would rather watch the shadows get fucking longer in my backyard for an entire week than sit down to watch one more fucking weak ass evil Superman story. It's like I said before, it's not a subversion anymore. It is the trope. What would really fucking throw people off is if you made, this is going to sound crazy, just bear with me, a good fucking Superman movie / story. Just do it. Just Just try it on. Try that hat on. See if it fits. Do you look pretty in it? Do you feel pretty in it? Just fucking buy it. It's so insane to me that they can't get this right because they keep going the opposite direction of what the character is supposed to be.
They tried. They tried in 78 with a good Superman movie.
They succeeded in 78.
Yeah, but I mean, sorry, 78 and 81. A good movie and a good sequel.
Yeah.
They tried, and I would say, some would say failed, but some would say tried with Superman Returns. They tried, really tried with Man of Steel. So, I mean, they're trying.
What it is with those projects in particular, I mean, Superman the movie and Superman 2, definitely successes, and that is due in no small part to Dick Donner, the director of essentially both of them. He was fired by Ilya and Alexander Salkind, the father and son team producers behind it, and then they hired their friend Richard Lester, who was known for directing A Hard Day's Night, the mockumentary starring the Beatles, to reshoot about 50% of Superman 2 so he could get the sole directing credit. And from there, they went with Richard Lester again in Superman 3. Awful. Superman 4 was canon. I don't need to say anything more. Then Superman Returns, what happened was they were trying to jump on a nostalgia bandwagon, all right? And nostalgia for nostalgia's sake doesn't work. It does not work. That combined with the muted tone, literal muted tone, the visuals on screen did not do that story any favors. But then with Man of Steel and hiring Zach, I jerk off to people who fucking work out in videos, Snyder, he fucking course corrected the other direction. Like, it was all action, like a lot of fucking action in that movie. It's great. We missed that last one, but the story beats, the heart, it wasn't there. It was shallow. You know, one of the things I posted recently was like, it shows a picture of Tyler Hoechlin from the new Superman and Lois show in his Max Fleischer-esque costume, and it's just like, my mom made this costume for me. And then it shows a picture of Henry Cavill standing in front of like the American flag painted on a wall from Man of Steel, like the promotional stills, and he's just like, my dad told me maybe I should let kids drown.
Yeah.
Dude, like, Jonathan Kent told young Clark Kent that he probably should have just let a bunch of kids drown in a bus. Wow.
Yeah.
That's the Superman story I want to see. And that's the problem. Like, Zack Snyder thinks that like that's okay for Superman. It's not. It's not.
So obviously the movies haven't been giving us what we wanted recently, but like the shows,
amazing.
Well, starting with, I mean, even before Smallville, Lois and Clark, and then obviously Smallville, and then the new Superman and Lois is friggin' phenomenal.
And it's really good. I get to watch that one.
And you're better for it.
Yeah.
So I love it.
Just real quick, Tom Morris said, do or do not, there is no chai. So we're actually getting that now in the storyline with this toss up between, well, it starts off with the evil Superman, but then we get, that's an alternate universe. And now we have, is supposedly, spoiler alert, Superman's brother. You find out, how he turned to evil. As soon as he landed in the UK, and, they saw a kid with red eyes, and they just started shooting at him.
Yeah.
And then his father, as a hologram, is, punishing him. You got to know pain. But then, Lois describing Superman, Kal-El, to his resurrected mom, and saying, he's a hero, but he's above all a good man. And it really has the heart.
It does. And the thing I really, I mean, they're obviously gearing it towards what on the face of it seems like evil Superman, with the thing I just ranted about. However, this is not evil Superman like, Lois gets killed in front of him and he's like, the Joker, I'm gonna no, nothing like that. There's nothing that that finally just makes him lose his shit. He literally has no choice here. He actually sacrificed himself, and now he's gonna be controlled by somebody else. Like he doesn't have any free will. So it's not quite the same as like, oh man, like Superman's just had enough and he's finally gonna use that power to get everything he's ever wanted. No, that's not it at all. And I'm more interested in seeing that because that's something he's gonna fight against. It's when it's a character, like when it's a character change, and you see them like justify it to themselves why they're doing like horrible, crazy shit. There's really not a lot of coming back from that.
No.
It doesn't serve anybody, and it usually makes for an anticlimactic end anyway. However, with this, he'll rail against whatever it is that's controlling him, and he'll probably end up winning with the power of love by the end, which is fine. Yeah.
Well, so what I love is they're getting all this out early. We're still the first season. I thought, watching the first episode, I thought, okay, they're going to be drawing it out. Who's going to be this evil Lex Luthor? But like, a couple episodes in, it's John Steele,
John Henry Irons.
Or John Henry Irons. Yeah.
Who is Steele.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because, like, I mean, just to talk about when that show was in production, there was a writer on the staff for Superman and Lois. I can't remember her name. I didn't look it up before this. It's just occurring to me now.
Yeah.
But she ended up leaving, and she made leaving / probably asked to leave. I don't know. But she made a big public stink about. I shouldn't say stink. That's not fair. She made a public statement about how she was fighting for more inclusion in the show, which I get. Like, they definitely need to have like a few more like just people who aren't lily white in that show. But her big thing that she had said, and nobody knew what it meant at that point, was, oh yeah, the major villain is black, and like that's the only real black person you see in the show. And I was like, oh well, yeah, that's a fucking problem, man. Like, that's not cool at all. And after having seen the show, I'm like, oh, I get what she meant, but did she not know what happened for the rest of the season? Because that dude's definitely not a bad guy. Like, he's definitely coming back, and he is going to be a hero. Like, there's no doubt about that in my mind, having read comic books for many, many years.
Yeah.
But I'm really curious to see what he does from Lois giving him a call, and how this is all. Like, I think he's going to be pivotal in Lois being able to reach Clark to get him, like her and the boys, to get him to come back. And it's going to be one of those things for John Henry Irons too, where it's going to be like, oh, that's this world's version of Lois, but she's still she still looks and sounds just like his. He has to like do what he can to help her husband and their kids. Like, it's going to be a lot in that one scene, and I'm curious to see how they balance it out.
Yeah, and so we have 2 more weeks before the next episode.
Something like that. Yeah, I looked up to see when the next episode was going to be, and I inadvertently, because I went to IMDb just to see the premiere dates, and apparently the last episode of the season, it's entitled "Last Sons of Krypton."
Oh.
Yeah, and I literally have no fucking idea what that could possibly mean at this point. Like,
that's a unique title for an episode.
So there's 2 weeks.
2 weeks until the next new episode.
Why is that?
No idea.
Shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, every now and then, a show will take a couple weeks off to, maybe they don't have enough episodes to go, the entire.
July 13th.
Yeah.
Will be the next new episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you get time.
So do you think they would be tying anything into? Well, they wouldn't be tying it into the comics because supposedly Superman's dying off, or they're killing off Superman this summer, or removing him from the universe.
Oh, really? That'll be interesting. I wonder how long that will last.
How many?
Yeah, I have an idea. Let's kill one of our most famous fucking characters for the past 80 plus years. Yeah, good idea. Let's do that. We'll never use him again, right? Nah, we're done.
How many times can they kill off Superman? They've killed him off so many times. It's like cash check, cash check, cash check,
Well,
cash check.
It from what I'm seeing, they're gearing Superboy to take over.
John or
I think
Connor.
I don't know.
Yes, it's very confusing. Like, oh, it's gonna be Superboy who takes over. Cool.
Which one?
So, like, his son, or like the clone that's actually a weird kind of fucked up version of him and Lex Luthor's DNA combined. Like, which Superboy do you mean? Your answer will determine how good that story is going to be. I'm letting you know that now.
Did they? So when they got rid of New 52, didn't they get rid of one of them? Or how? Where are you in? Are you all caught up on Superman?
No, I'm not all caught up on anything. Are you fucking for real? Like,
pretty much the answer determines the outcome, right?
I mean, it's digital, but my stack of comics would be like up to my fucking head, dude.
So if they got rid of one of them, wouldn't that be the New 51?
Well, yeah, they got rid of the New 52 one. He was like, it was full blown like a Cadmus project, Gen 13 kind of thing going on. Definitely like took a lot of beats from Wildstorm, and what was it? Fairchild, Caitlin Fairchild. She was like one of the people that was watching after the Superboy clone daily thing. Yeah, they kind of like got rid of him, but they also, during a whole other thing called Convergence, like Lois got pregnant because Superman didn't have powers, and then they ended up getting pulled back into the New 52 reality, and she had the kid, and they named him Jonathan Samuel Lane Kent, and he starts developing his powers by the time he's like 11, and he becomes Superboy. He hangs out with Damian Wayne, Superboy and Robin, and then he gets taken by Jor-El for a little while, and for Clark and Lois, John's gone for like a few weeks, but for John, he got stuck in a fucking time vortex, and he aged like 6 or 7 years. So by the time he comes back, he's 18 years old, and like, what the fuck? They blinked and missed his childhood. And then, because Brian Michael Bendis decided he wanted to make a new team, Young Justice team, he brought Connor Superman back, the clone from the Death of Superman saga, and he's around now. So, it's super straightforward and clear, not convoluted or confusing at all.
Seems confusing to me.
That was called sarcasm. I may have put the emphasis on the wrong syllable there. No?
Okay.
Sorry, my wife just texted. Apparently, the fuse blew in our kitchen.
Well,
zapped.
Usually, if we have a fuse blown or if we lose power, our backup generator behind my desk will go.
Okay, but I'm in Navy housing. We don't have a generator. There's solar panels out there, but it's yeah.
Yeah,
it's nighttime. Yeah.
That's just my cue for.
They didn't think of that, did they?
No, they didn't.
That's because the Navy's busy building submarines and not worrying about the people that live in their
it'd be
house
smart.
free.
Yeah, if they had lunar panels.
Yeah.
What I'm saying was, if I know I lose power when the backup generator behind my desk, there's a wall behind my desk. There's a backup generator behind that. If I lose power, I know for a fact that generator will kick in. It'll go. So
cool.
I totally get it. I know you're one of the lucky ones. I would love to have a generator, but yeah, we don't have. Yeah,
if ifs and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
I'm gonna remember that for next time.
Okay.
Yes. So anyway.
All right. So we talked about something before we went live.
Yeah.
So apparently there was a Lego toy that Star Wars dropped, and they called it Boba Fett's ship. So apparently Disney's trying to drop the Slave One name.
Well, it's just one toy, and it's a Lego toy.
But given their history of things in the past, it seems like it's not common for them to just say, "Oh yeah, erasing this, delete."
Can I ask you this? And I'm just shooting from the hip here. All right, as somebody who does not read the Star Wars comics, really do anything that's tangentially Star Wars other than the movies for the most part. Like, yeah, I got super into The Mandalorian, but like that was very cinematic. It made sense. I think it worked very well with what the movies are. It felt organically like Star Wars to me. And I really enjoyed it. But I don't think I've ever heard the ship called Slave One in any of the movies. Have they ever said it on screen that the name of the ship is Slave One?
I don't think so.
Then who fucking cares?
Yeah.
What? I know it's like sacrosanct, but like if it's not ever in the movies, which I feel the need to remind everyone who loves Star Wars, it's a movie series first. Like it's a movie series, and everything else has come from that. It's not the other way around. All right. So never in any Star Wars movies or anything. They say it in none of them, right?
Yeah, I don't think they do. And I mean, the name doesn't really matter because I mean, look at the Razor crest. We found out the name. They made a huge toy, and as soon as they released the toy, they blew up the damn ship on scene or on.
But with a history of a production company has been tarnished with black marks, are you is it like known that they're given their history? Are they going to blur the line, and are they just going to erase that title and just going to say Boba Fett ship from now on?
I wouldn't see why not. And that's happening across the spectrum because there's many areas where the name slave is being used, like in computer parts. With a hard drive, you have normally in a 2 hard drive system, you have a master and a slave. And that's being, from what I understand, that's been removed.
Yeah.
So like new systems, it's no longer called that.
It's funny because I always thought that the Slave One title for the ship, I always thought it was referring to like computer parts, like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought that's what it was. I was like, that was it. You know, and the only reason I knew the name was because of the action figures and stuff.
Yeah, I just called it Boba Fett ship all along because, you know, I have the original.
Thank you, Tom.
I have the original Boba Fett ship right up here, and in the package they called it Slave One, and I never liked the title Slave One. It's just it was like a topic of discussion I figured I'd bring up.
Yeah, no, and I'm glad that you brought it up because I honestly forgot that we kind of got ready to talk about it right before the show. Honestly, like I don't think it truly matters in the grand scheme of things. Like of all the, like, how do I put this? Look at just The Mandalorian, okay, on Disney Plus. That was a very, very well done, well constructed, well executed story, both visually and through the narrative. The acting was excellent. And it made me, along with any other number of people out there, ready to see more. And we can't wait to see what's next. And granted, there's also a Boba Fett show starting up. Now, they never said Slave One in any of that regarding Boba's ship, which he has. All right? Now, there was no name change, nothing like that, but they never said it. Now, did not saying the name of his ship in those appearances make it any less good to watch?
No.
So what would the, just not to you, but just generally, if one's watching it, why should it matter to them? I think it's getting hung up on a bit of minutia that really just doesn't need that much attention paid to it. Why don't we worry more about the things that Star Wars should focus on, like just being a cohesive and coherent story. Like that would be great.
I think it's just something cancel culture just wants to grasp their throats on, because they're tackling, other things. They tackled our food, Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben's. Now they want to just tackle our childhoods with. It just seems like dial it back a little bit, cancel culture.
I don't like that. I don't agree with that at all. Sorry, bud. Cancel culture like that. No. I can't get behind that. Like, there are things out there that are problematic, and they may not be problematic to someone like yourself, someone like me, but there are other people out there that it definitely is an issue, and everybody needs to be considered. Like, it's not just one type of person that goes to see Star Wars. It's not one type of person that remembers He-Man. It's not one type of person that liked Rainbow Bright, those kinds of things. So really, you want to take a look back and say, if people are looking back honestly and saying, like, hey, this is a problem, and the people who produced what that problem is say, hey, you know what? You're right. That is a problem. We need to correct that. You know something? More power to them. I think people getting really up in arms about, the fact that they're trying to be a bit more inclusive and sensitive to different people's situations and not trying to apply a ubiquitous one size fits all when it's really just trying to funnel them into what one thing is. I think that's, I don't know, the whole thing. There's a lot of back and forth on it. A lot of people that are upset, but they're not getting upset for the right reasons. Stop pointing fingers at one another. You this, you that. It's so much headbutting. There needs to be conversations. That's really all there is to it. And it's only because I say conversations because the people who have the issues, they need to understand why someone might have a problem.
Yeah.
They need to understand why. If you can get behind that, and I don't mean get behind it like, woo, rally and shit. I mean, like, actually understand the reasoning why it would be bad to someone else, then you're able to, like, fully empathize and say, like, oh shit, like, how would I feel if, that's fucked up. That's not cool. I wouldn't enjoy feeling like that, and I can see how it made them feel like that. And for other people out there to be like, oh, fuck you're changing my shit because they blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's exactly right. You fucking nailed it, dickhead. It's changing because we want everyone to fucking like it and enjoy it and not feel left out by it while still trying to be part of it. That's fucking insane. And any single person who's a fucking dork, geek, nerd, whatever, you have at one point or another felt like a freak. I want everyone out there who's listening to this and may very well be disagreeing with me vehemently, and think about when you were made to feel like that. And that's what happens to the people that have issues with those things that are being changed. Imagine every time you turned on the television to watch a show. Imagine every time you went to the toy store. Fuck that. Fuck that whole, like, fuck cancel culture thing, man. It just needs to be a goddamn discussion like adults so people can actually, and I know this sounds nuts, just be able to fucking consider somebody else. That's it. The longer we fucking face down into our palms looking at screens instead of looking at one another to speak, the less goddamn empathy and sympathy we develop. It's getting less and less, and the whole keyboard warrior thing, it enables all of this toxicity, and the discourse that needs to take place has not. It's a whole lot of culture war bullshit that's been getting tossed around, and everyone who's getting whipped up into a frenzy needs to take a step back and just look at who it is that's getting them whipped up into a frenzy. They don't care about the thing. They care about getting you upset.
You know, for the record, I like Rainbow Bright. So
Me
you know,
too, man.
I hope that shit's rainbows. I mean, come on. I mean, and also, I think Boba Fett should name his ship Coleus 1. Think about it. Coleus 1. On that note, I need to go.
Okay, we're gonna let you go. And just real quick, yes, it was never mentioned anywhere. I want to say, Brandon, very well said. You know,
yeah,
yeah, it's.
I'm sorry. It just
no.
It really bothers me. And,
yeah, and it should bother everyone. But I agree. You get these, keyboard warriors, and it's just it's you get people trying to cause an uproar just to cause an uproar, or get pissed off, and they're not thinking of everybody else. But I am thinking of Tim right now, who's going to be at Northeast Comic-Con this weekend, my friend.
Yes.
Terrificon in several weeks, and you have your brand new book.
I'm going to plug this one more time. Here it is.
Go for it.
And guess what? Wait a minute. Get this orb.
Yeah.
It's like Ghost Hunters, for God's sake. So look at this orb up here. Okay. So the gang's all here, and guess what? If you come to my table and you say the magic word ominous, you get a free Aesop Takes Ominous for a Walk coloring book.
Awesome.
Nice.
So you can have that. So that's my desperate attempt to attract people to my table.
Very cool. And we all need more coloring books because it calms everybody, and
it hopefully calms down Brandon.
Yes.
So
lots of luck.
You'd be surprised what a crayon could do for you.
Oh, totally. Well, it's adults, we get colored pencils, so it's
or a pony that shits rainbows. Come on.
Oh yeah. Or
make a dream.
Or a unicorn that poops rainbow ice cream.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
with some Szechuan sauce.
Yeah. What was that commercial? Oh, the Squatty Potty. That's what it was. Squatty Potty.
Oh. Ooh, it's rainbow. What's the flavor?
Oh,
shit.
Tim,
It's shit. It's unicorn shit. It just looks nice.
Have you not seen the Squatty Potty commercials?
No, what is that?
So it's basically a stool you put in front of your toilet to like lift your legs up when you're taking a crap, so that it's better. It's easier for you to poop, and so their commercial is a unicorn.
It's a footstool.
Yeah,
a footstool. I can't stress. It's a footstool, not just a stool. Because gross.
A stool for a stool.
But yeah, it's like a footstool. You put your feet on it. It goes around the base of the toilet, so it's essentially like you're crouching. Like, yeah.
I mean, is that for people that the feet don't reach the ground? Is that what it is?
It's based on the science of what it was like before we had toilets. Basically,
because I'm not embarrassed to say my feet dangle on the toilet. I'm just going to say, not embarrassed.
Oh no!
I can't see how that gives you leverage. I mean, I'm the guy that grabs the side of the bowl and you just pull. That works just as fine. Come on. Think about it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what is wrong with people?
Dude, we don't have that much time.
Nope.
I mean, how much effort does it take to go from the toilet to the bidet? Think about it. How is that? It's 10:15. This is what happens after 10.
The toilet to the bidet. I like the presumption there.
It's a bubbler, for God's sakes. The bidet.
Yeah, but not everybody has a bidet.
Tim's making that good, comic strip money.
I mean, if I could put one in,
oh
heartbeat. Oh my God, they're amazing. But
they're a godsend.
But
listen, all that comic strip money gets flushed on the toilet too. So there
you go. Brilliant. That was good.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Steven, where do you like people interacting with you?
Super Retro Throwback Reviews on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We have a Patreon, $1 tier and a $3 tier. You can get bonus episodes. Our actually June bonus episode came out today. We have a poll. If you become a backer, you can interact with polls, and the polls determine what top 10 you want us to do on an upcoming episode. We have a poll up there now. The top 10 I'm dead and I know it moments in cinema history, or the top 10 films that would never be made today. Speaking of Brandon's rant earlier. So yeah, become a backer and reap the rewards. Leo's a backer, so he can attest to all the perks that you get. We have an audio podcast, Super Rich Throwback Reviews the Audio Files. We recorded episode 153. I'm not your name is Boba Fett's ship. My name is Slave One. That's the episode. Yes, we talk about Slave One, the Boba Fett fiasco. That's one of the things we talk about. And our other podcast, CSI The Vegas Files, that comes out every Friday. And I'm here every Wednesday, and we're always on the Dorkening Podcast Network.
Sounds good. And I forgot, Tim, where do you like people interacting with you? And I'll let you go.
Any way they can, really.
Oh.
I mean, Jesus, I'm not picky. But seriously, let's see. My website's sourgrapescomic.com, so stop by there. You can see all the gallery of the past and present strips on there, and it's a page with all the newspapers it's in. Maybe you're in the area where you can pick one up and read it. I've just gotten on some new websites as well. And you can also follow me on Instagram, Sour Grapes 2017, and Twitter, where nobody gives a shit, is Sour Grapes Comic. And that's about it.
Cool.
Really.
And Brandon?
I give my address, but that's dangerous.
What about you, sir?
You can follow me. Yeah, geez, I'm sorry. You can come on over to the Powers Combined group on Facebook. We just, talk all kinds of geeky stuff. And the number one rule is don't be a jerk. And you can follow me on Twitter at Brandon's Powers, and on Instagram at this Brandon Has Powers. And I'm here every Wednesday on the Dorkening.
Cool.
This Brandon Has Powers?
This Brandon Has Powers.
Okay, I'm writing this down.
Yeah, and he has a great group, Powers Combined, as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, and all that information is in the show notes. Kind of like for me, just Google Leo Pond. You find a bunch of stuff. Could be true, could be not. But more importantly, I want you to follow these awesome people. Go say hi to Tim at Northeast Comic Con or Terrificon, depending on which one you go to. And if you can't make the con or not ready to go to a con yet, check out his website, buy his book. I'm going to do the same because I have all his other books. I love everything he does.
Thank you.
We have, you're welcome, my friend. We have a bunch of other shows on the network, and I do a bunch during the week. You can find everything in the show notes. And I know Tim needs to go to bed, so we're going to let you go. Catch you guys later. Bye.
Adios.